Welcome to the Stargazers channel, everyone, and a special welcome to another deep dive.
Yes.
This time we're looking into the best jobs for each zodiac sign, focusing today on the powerful sign of the dragon in the Chinese zodiac.
That's right. A really dynamic sign.
So if your birth year lines up with the dragon, stick around. We're exploring how your sort of inherent strengths might point you towards some really fulfilling career paths.
Exactly. In Chinese astrology, the dragon is, it's a big symbol. Creativity, ambition, a really sharp intellect. And dragons often have this natural pull towards things that really engage the mind, the spirit. Could be art, could be politics, even academia.
So today we're really zeroing in on how those specific traits might translate into, the perfect job fit for you if you're a dragon.
Precisely.
Okay, so let's dig in. If you are a dragon, what really makes you pick at work? We looked into the core characteristics, and it's quite a picture.
It really is.
Like, dragons are known for being incredibly creative, right? Not just surface level, but they seem to really enjoy getting deep into ideas, elaborating.
Yeah, and what's interesting is how that deep creativity kind of clashes with routine tasks. The sources suggest that dragons, with these super active minds, they just don't do well with manual labor that's, repetitive.
Right, it doesn't engage them enough.
Exactly, they need that mental stimulation.
And communication seems huge, too. Excellent language abilities come up, like a real natural talent for expressing themselves.
Oh, absolutely. Both speaking and writing. Combine that with being smart, energetic, talkative. You get someone who really needs variety.
Yeah, monotony sounds like the enemy.
Definitely not their friend.
And this is where it gets interesting, too. Leadership. Beyond just being smart, they're often flagged as having natural leadership qualities.
Yes, that's a key trait. It points towards roles where they can take charge, guide people.
But there's a flip side mentioned. Something about a temper.
Well, yes. The potential for a quick temper is noted. Something, for dragons to maybe keep an eye on, especially in team settings.
Good point. Okay, so leadership potential, strong communication.
Yeah.
What jobs really pop out? The sources mention teacher or writer specifically.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense, right? With those language skills, being able to explain things clearly, craft narratives, it's a natural fit.
Totally. And what about that need for dynamism, for change?
Well, that's where journalism comes in strongly. It seems like a really good match. The need to communicate, stay on top of things, always encounter something new. It fits that active dragon mind perfectly.
Okay, but then there's this wider list too. Quality inspector, cashier, financier, pharmacist, even politician or priest. Some of these seem quite different.
They do on the surface, don't they? But if you look closer, many demand that intelligence, that attention to detail. Think about a pharmacist or a quality inspector. Precision is key.
Right.
Others, like politician or priest, tap right into that leadership and communication ability. Influencing, guiding, and even a financier needs sharp analytical skills, which aligns with that dragon intellect.
So it's like the core energy that intelligence, drive, communication can just manifest in lots of different ways depending on the field.
Exactly, it's versatile.
Let's talk whole fields then. Journalism, we covered. Architecture also comes up, which is interesting, especially since the source also mentioned potential issues with cooperation.
Yeah, that's fascinating, isn't it? With architecture, it seems to be about the dragon's strong vision. Their need to see, tangible results.
Seeing things get built.
Precisely. So even if teamwork isn't maybe their absolute strongest point, their sharp observation skills, their ability to decide quickly, those are huge assets in design and planning.
Okay.
And actually creating something solid, seeing ideas become reality, that really feeds into their drive and their confidence. They trust their ability to build things.
That makes a lot of sense. Bringing vision into the physical world. Teaching is another one highlighted.
Right, and the reason given is quite insightful. Dragons apparently tend to stay pretty current.
Oh, how does that help?
It means they can connect better with students, bridge those generation gaps because they're still engaged with what's happening now.
Interesting, so they're relatable.
Exactly. Their curious minds keep them relevant. Then you've got the business side salesman, investigator, even extension worker.
These seem to play on maybe the love of travel and those communication skills again.
Spot on. Persuading clients, digging for information, sharing knowledge. It all involves dynamic interaction. which dragons often excel at.
Okay, so lots of options. Now, what about who they work best with? This seems super practical for career success.
Absolutely crucial. The sources point to the rat, the monkey, and the rooster as the best working partners, like really harmonious.
So teaming up with those signs is generally a big plus for a dragon's career.
The indication is yes, cooperation flows well, things get done effectively, highly beneficial.
Good to know. And who should they maybe be a bit more cautious with in a work setting?
The snake and the dog signs are flagged. There is a higher potential for conflict there, especially, it seems, around money matters or economic disputes.
Okay, so something to just be aware of in partnerships or team dynamics?
Definitely. Just, navigate with a bit more awareness.
What about tiger, rabbit, and other dragons? They're listed as good partners, but with a little nuance.
Yeah, it's interesting. The suggestion is that working with two of these signs together might actually help a dragon really unlock their potential. It's like they need a specific blend of those compatible energies sometimes.
Huh. Like creating the right supportive mix.
Exactly. Amplifying their strengths. Now let's pivot slightly. How can dragons themselves actively boost their career success? It's not just about the inherent traits, right?
Right. What actions can they take? What's the astrological advice for climbing that ladder?
Well, the good news is dragons usually start with a great toolkit. Optimism, keeping their word integrity, basically earnestness, self-confidence, strong will, tolerance, generosity, cleverness. These are all highlighted as assets.
Wow, that's a strong foundation.
It really is. Huge advantages in almost any job.
But where are the potential bumps in the road? What obstacles might they face?
A key one mentioned is sometimes a lack of really strong cooperation skills. That powerful vision and confidence can sometimes come across as, well, less team-focused.
Okay, so how do they work on that?
The advice is pretty direct. Actively try to be more considerate of other people's viewpoints, and when presenting ideas, frame them practically, show how they benefit the whole team.
So it's about collaboration and framing. That could definitely help with how superiors see them, potentially leading to promotions.
That seems to be the idea. Gain that appreciation.
Makes sense. Any other potential hurdles?
Impatience, that fiery dragon nature we talked about. It can sometimes lead to frustration, maybe giving up too soon if results aren't immediate.
The long game.
Exactly. The advice is to consciously cultivate patience. Lasting success often requires sticking with things, even when it's tough.
That's a great reminder for pretty much everyone, I think. Now, let's make this a bit more real. You mentioned famous people born in dragon years.
Yes. For instance, Kabi Lame, the huge social media star, his silent TikToks.
Oh yeah, everyone knows him.
Right. Born in 2000, so he's a metal dragon. His Western sign is Pisces. His massive global reach really speaks to that dragon potential for creative impact and communication, even without words.
It's a fascinating example. And who else?
We also have Vladimir Putin, the current president of Russia. He was born in 1952, making him a water dragon. His Western sign is Libra.
Okay. His long time in a leadership role certainly seems to reflect that dragon capacity for influence, maybe on a grand scale.
They're very different spheres, obviously, but both examples kind of show that dragon potential to make a mark, to rise to positions of influence, driven by that inherent energy and capability.
So if you're a dragon listening to this, maybe take a moment to think about those core traits we discussed. Your creativity, ambition, intelligence, those communication skills. How do they align with some of these career ideas?
Yeah, your natural talents really do open up a huge range of possibilities.
And remember, this isn't about being boxed in by astrology.
Not at all. It's more about gaining self-awareness, understanding these tendencies, your strengths, maybe your potential challenges. That knowledge can be incredibly empowering for navigating your work life.
A tool for fulfillment, really.
Exactly.
Now, for those of you who are curious and want to dive even deeper into your own unique astrological chart, maybe get a personalized reading based on your specific birth details. We definitely encourage you to follow the link you'll find in the description below this deep dive.
Great idea for anyone wanting more specifics.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today on this really illuminating look at the dragon sign and potential careers.
My pleasure. Always fascinating.
We look forward to sharing more astrological insights with you all next time, right here on The Deep Dive.